Hey, what's going on, guys? It's ETA Prime back here again. Today I am here with the Raspberry Pi Zero. Now this is the Raspberry Pi Zero version 1.4 with the camera port. This little unit has a 1 GHz single core processor with 512 megabytes of RAM. I wanted to test some of these emulators out. Now, in this video, I am running Retropie 3.8 and I wanted to test the Final Burn Alpha emulator. This is by far my most favorite emulator for Emulation Station or the Raspberry Pi in general. I use this way more than MAME. I usually don't even mess with MAME anymore because Final Burn Alpha just runs everything that I need, and these are the best of the best arcade games. So we're going to get into it, and I have a bunch of games here. I'm going to test a few that I have tested in previous videos. Now, the reason I'm retesting these games, I'm on different hardware, obviously, the Raspberry Pi Zero versus the Pi 2 or the Pi 3. But I know how these games run, and I know how they should run. So when I get into gameplay, I can tell if it's slow or not. I have a wired PS3 controller connected to the Raspberry Pi Zero. First game I'm going to test is Donpachi. Now, when you first set up your Final Burn Alpha emulator and you throw your ROMs in there, go ahead and throw a Neo Geo BIOS in the ROMs folder and the BIOS folder also. Now this will allow us to play Neo Geo games on here. So, like Metal Slug and stuff like that. But when you start your game for the first time and you come to this menu, you want to click A because we want to change this, the default emulator, the default core for FBA. Now what I use is LR FBA Next. And I'll choose that. And I'm just going to launch Donpachi. And from now on, as long as you choose the number 1, select default emulator for FBA, all of your games will run in the FBA Next core. Detected my controller down at the bottom. And I am ready to play. I'm going to insert a coin by pressing select. And we'll press start here. I love this blue one, but I'm going to try the green one again. This is just such a great game. This and Blazing Star are my favorite shoot 'em up games of all time. These are just amazing. So you can hold your button, but your character slows down tremendously. But this is really powerful here. And you just speed back up and you have a spread shot if you're just tapping your button. It really comes... And I'm going to drop a bomb here. I missed them. But you can also hold your button and drop a bomb and you will have the most craziest laser blast ever. And I'll show you that in a second when we get to this boss. But the game... This is the Raspberry Pi Zero, not overclocked at all. It is running very well. Now I notice that it is not as... The frame rate is not as good as like the Pi 2 or the Pi 3, but this is definitely playable. And if this is the only unit you've played this game on, you won't notice a difference. This runs really good. There we go. Now we're going to be coming up on this boss here. Oh, and I will show you that super blast I was telling you about. Ooh, little lag in the sound there with the announcer. Come on, give me this back. There we go. So I'm going to try to destroy him in one hit. I have 2 bombs left. As long as I'm holding my shoot button. And while I'm holding my shoot button, I am going to release my bomb. See that? Redonkulous, man. Okay, so it's definitely playable. I did notice a little bit of stuttering in the announcer's voice. Start and select will bring us back. let's try Knights of the Round. Yeah, we'll do Knights of the Round. This is a really cool arcade side-scrolling beat-em-up game. Now, a lot of these games that I have tested, just in general on Final Burn Alpha, run amazing. So I really do suggest. Now, if you're a MAME user, I completely understand, and that's your preference. I used MAME. I've used it for years. But when I discovered Final Burn Alpha, I have kind of... Oh, a couple coins. And we'll choose Arthur. King Arthur. When I discovered Final Burn Alpha, it was one of the best decisions I've made to get away from MAME and start using Final Burn Alpha. So this is not as... Yeah, it's kind of laggy. And we are running only on a single core here. Ooh. And sound is glitchy. It's just too bad. I was hoping that this Pi Zero would enable me to play these games, you know, at full speed. Now, a lot of them should work at full speed, but you're definitely going to find some games that you get into and are just pretty much unplayable because of the frame rate. Yeah. Now I use the FBA Next because the controller works directly from setting it up within. You know, when you initially set up your controller in Retropie, everything just works. Your select is your insert coin button. Your start button is your start button. We're going to exit out of this game. Now, I'm not sure why that was, you know, very laggy. Donpachi ran very well. Definitely playable. Let's see if we can play some Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. Oops. Yeah. Laggy sound. Ooh. So I wonder if I go into my memory split and change some settings there, if I can get a little better speed out of this. Now, it's not as fast as the Pi 3 here in this game. And these games, you know, need to be fast in order to play them correctly. So I would say we just definitely have some lag here. Oh, come on, Dalsim. There we go. Let's go back and try another game. Try Metal Slug 4. Keep hitting start. That took a while to initialize there.
Okay. Mission 1, start.
Just come in destroying. Come on. Definitely really good frame rate, and this game will be playable. Oh, I didn't even see that coming. I knew that was coming. Really good frame rate. So there is, you know, it's not as smooth as the Raspberry Pi 3 or 2. Definitely playable though. Oh man, I should have got them down. What? Well, that's it for now on the Raspberry Pi Zero running Final Burn Alpha. So I'd say a lot of the 2D side-scrolling games should work decently. I'm going to try some configuration, do some memory split, and I'll probably come back to this emulator. This was one of the main reasons I got it. I would love to have this as a portable FBA machine. Back up here. So I will be testing a lot more of these emulators on the Pi Zero, so stay tuned. If you have any requests, let me know down below or send me a private message. And like always, thanks for watching.